people are worried about, what's going on the side and what's going on. You know, at the end of the day, the only thing I got to worry about is making sure I perform the way I want to perform and have things go the way I want them to go by shooting the shots I want to shoot.
Right.
I mean, I don't get to tell a basketball player, man, why did he shoot that shot? I mean, that's his profession. He's going to do what he's going to do.
Right. Oscar just broke. That was a 5 mile per hour break. Thank you, Renew Cali Solar, for providing the radar gun for today.
That was a little bit of an aggressive shot there, but he held Whitey the right way.
That's, coming from LA, I never see that as an opening shot for the opponent. So Oscar broke, and then, Rudy shot the ball just to, freeze the cue ball into the middle of the pack. Right. I really didn't see that until I moved over to Sacramento. And I've noticed a lot of players, their opening shot is just that, just freeze them in the pack. They don't care if they leave more balls on their opponent's side of the table, but I mean, they can't shoot anything. They're frozen. So
yeah, I mean, there's goods and bads to it. It's not like always it's going to be right or wrong. Just kind of one of them things that, if you don't have no other shot, it's kind of the only shot. But I mean, he didn't really necessarily have to shoot that shot. I think he just more or less chose that as his first shot. That was a good kick there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just enough of the 8, that's for sure.
Yeah, if he misses 8 altogether, that's disaster.
Right. Or if he hits it fatter, then the guy gets to see the 5,
Oh, yeah. Just taking a foul.
It's a good and a bad, but it's only good if you get on the backside where you got to get. But instead, he really didn't, so.
Yeah, he left an opening. So at least just to buy some time, try to get these balls away from Oscar's pocket.
That was a good shot.
This is a good break by Oscar. Now everything turned around on him.
Let's see.
I think he really wanted to get. Yeah. And a lot better if you can use that 14 to block.
Yeah, that's for sure. So he's got this ain't a bad shot if he can hold the ball the right way. Didn't exactly turn. No. Well, he gave up the 5 ball bank, and then Oscar's going to get to run into the
stack. Yeah. Maybe get a 1-9 or a 9-1 combo developed or something.
Let's see.
Open him up at least.
So he just played the cue ball there, more or less.
Yeah. Like kicking it 2 rails underneath the 5.
Yeah, you got to do 2 rails if any. And that's the thing, you got to always make sure you hit the bottom side before you ever hit the top.
Yeah. Yeah, even if you hit the top side and you get the 5 ball moving back towards your own hole, just a little bit at least. The cue ball's, going out towards the 8 and might even sell out if you hit it too hard.
Right. He's just going to nick off and try to roll up on the backside of the 5, I'm sure. Mm-hmm.
I've seen you shoot a similar shot, for the position that he was previously in. And 2 rails or just 1 rail into the 5, and then the cue ball goes right back into the stack. I don't think he had that option, It was probably aggressive for this position, but I don't know. Do you think that might have been a viable option?
Well, if those other balls aren't open, then it's worth shooting at it, because it's kind of like a free shot, because if it don't, if you hit the right side one way or the other, you can't really sell nothing out as much. It's kind of like percentages in a way. Because if I'm trying to two rail kick it and I try to bank it towards my hole with the two rail kick, well, if the cue ball comes out on top, then I can sell out.
Yeah.
I don't think he did what he wanted to do there. Can't give up shots to Oscar, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, he can probably figure something out here. If he can get on the 6, I don't know if the 11 ball goes.
He'll probably swing 2 rails around. I'm pretty sure. Or 3 rails around, I mean.
Right. Somewhere in the center.
High inside, yeah. I think he can.
If you overrun it, you have the 8 ball still.
I don't think he could really overrun it. I think the only thing is he might underrun it.
Underhit it, yeah. Or he won't even get a shot.
I don't know how much English
Predator Arcos 2, ARCOS. Someone in the comments is asking which cue ball we're using. It's the Predator Arcos 2 cue ball. This is the Arcos 2 set from Predator.
Yeah, Oscar is trying to get all diamonds in the tournament room, so he has 4 of them currently. This is the oldest one, I believe. This one's been in the room for at least over a year, and he's also trying to get the Arcos 2 on every table as well, and just building up the equipment for tournament standards. So if you come and play here, you'll be ready to also play pretty much all the major tournaments in the world.
Nice. No, he's definitely investing into the pool room. He's going to try shooting this ball hard, which is the right shot, just like that.
So Oscar pays his ball. That's 0. Still have 15 on the table. 1, 3. Yep. I don't see any balls in the cluster headed towards Oscar's side. Maybe there's a 2-10 combo and just stop it there.
He's kind of in a bad spot now because he can't really get around the stack. He's going to have to kind of a little bit masse here. Either that or he's going to have to, let's see. I guess, I don't know if that ball looks like it might cover up a little more. That's not bad.
Yeah, okay.
It buys him a shot, more or less.
Yeah, it's like he's playing towards Oscar's shooting ability. Like he's really trying to test him.
Oscar's going to try banking this ball and then just kind of drawing it straight back a little bit.
Yeah, that's a much smarter shot. Things are a little clustered over there, but it helps Rudy a little bit that these balls aren't exactly wired on Oscar's side of the table. He can just, play shots like this one. Put a ball near his hole and leave a 3-4 ball combo. It's not likely Oscar's going to shoot those balls. So I like Rudy's strategy here. He's got to just buy his time.
In this spot, a good spot right here. Like Oscar should shoot the ball towards his hole. Like he should shoot the 11 because he can't sell nothing out.
Yeah.
He can, and he might possibly make like if he shot the 11 to the rail and let it kind of roll into the ball that's below the 4 to make it, he's got a possibility of making it or just pushing him open a little bit. And the cue ball, you just kind of leave sitting kind of, it doesn't matter where the ball's at because no matter what, he doesn't have a shot. He might have a combo, but it don't look like, I don't think the combo goes for sure either though.
Yeah, and at the same time, you're opening those balls near your
I think
hole.
you're going to try. Oh, that wasn't bad. I didn't think he could get like that.
Oh, okay.
But I don't really care for that because it's not as high. Yet at least you had a chance to make the ball the other way. So right here, what's Rudy doing? Well, I guess Rudy's figuring the guy's holes blocked off, so he's opening some balls, which was smart. And he got a little bit of a roll and got the titty hook.
Wow. That's pretty strong. Francis on the last match played like 2 or 3 shots just like that. He played speed to hold the cue ball in the side pocket, which is, to say the least, unconventional. I've never even seen that before. I've seen that played in 8-ball before. It was kind of a safe. They played it off the point, and he hooked him by the point because the 8-ball was on the same rail.
Right.
I haven't seen that in one pocket too much.
Well, I feel like Rudy's in a spot where you can actually kind of, let's see.
I don't know if he has enough of the 13. He can hit it, but
Yeah, he doesn't really want to break nothing up. I think he's looking to just see. He's gonna try to roll up on the, but I wouldn't want to open those balls up really. So I would just kind of.
Yeah, the
This
8
might
and 10.
not be bad. Oh, nope, it's bad. No, it's not bad.
Yeah, they're.
Couldn't tell how hard he hit it at first, but yeah, that's a good shot. I mean, it works. It buys him another shot regardless.
Yeah, Rudy's just taking full advantage of the 8-ball 10 being tied up the way they are. It doesn't throw in. It's not even close to going in.
Right.
This is as elevated of a heart rate that we've seen from Oscar in the last 2 days in a match.
Might be a little bit frightened of Rudy. Most of us here in Sacramento are. Hey, Aaron, do you want to talk about some of the raffles? We have a question in the chat.
Yeah, we just now answered that.
Oh,
just
okay.
literally right now. Thank you.
The one thing that he didn't want to do, but he got lucky. He made the shot at least.
Yeah.
We're gonna shoot the 7-1-6.
He didn't get there.
No, he didn't shoot through it. Thought he might. That's the thing. You shoot the combos, you gotta make sure.
Yeah. I think he also wanted to get that cue ball on top of the 10 or behind it.
So a good shot here is he's going to shoot the 9 ball, try to bank it into that ball. Worst case scenario, cue ball is going to be the main objective a little bit. These are touchy shots because you don't want to scratch. So, and he hit that one good.
Yeah, I'm slowly starting to realize that that's the proper way to shoot it. Like when I first started learning the game, I wanted to bank. What ball was he shooting? The 13 or something? I wanted to, or the 9. I wanted to bank it towards my hole, and then there's more balls near my pocket. Maybe use the 10, go off the 10 and make it in.
Right.
But I'm realizing breaking into a stack like that and tucking the cue ball underneath the 6 is much stronger.
Yeah, because you never know. You have a chance to make a ball.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good things that can happen too. So.
Yeah, just the more I learn about this game, the more I want to play, and the more often I want to play it. I think it's it probably has to be the best of all the games on the pool table.
Oh, for sure, by far. You get to see a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So many options, so many things you can do, so many things you do different from another player. Playing style comes in.
Shot.
Unless you sell out.
Right. Well, when I say there's never a wrong or right shot because there's so many options.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oscar spotting him, giving him weight. It's unnecessary. I think he was, of course, just trying to get to the long rail and tuck underneath the 6 and didn't quite draw it enough.
You're making a few too many mistakes to not really helping himself.
Yeah, you seeing Oscar make these mistakes, you got to capitalize on it. So Rudy's going to have another chance.
There's another mistake.
Yeah. So Oscar actually owes 2 balls.
I don't know if that 13-1 goes to Oscar's hole, but if it does, then I would probably bank that ball into those balls. Into the 13-1.
Yeah. It might be what he's looking at.
Yeah, because you can float the cue ball up a little bit.
Oh, no, he's shooting the other way.
I'm not sure.
No, it doesn't. The 8 ball's in the way.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Probably why.
Rudy's got to bank the 11, 2 rails, and bring the cue ball down. I see he's not looking. I'm not so sure I like that. He could have done that by shooting the 2 balls, 2 rails. Instead, he's really bad.
Yeah,
he could have shot that 2 rails and stuck them underneath and maybe make the ball and break up the balls.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Just swing around the 4 and 5 and try to get your cue ball where the 3 is. And and there's a chance that you can break that cluster up anyway, or even make a ball from there.
Right.
Okay.
Now he's in a really bad spot.
People are commenting about Oscar's gloves. He has one of every color that Predator makes, so it could be a blue one or purple, or
Right.
I don't think it's not one of the black ones. I don't think. Yeah, I think it's also one of the dark blue Molinari. He has a bunch of the Molinari gloves laying around as well.
Molinari.
He has a Molinari playing cue. I think it's like 4 points.
Predator edition or something.
Yeah, the Predator. He was using that one for a while. He got another one,
I'm not so
wrapless.
sure that he can't make this combo. Yeah, I mean, it looks like the pocket might be a little bit bigger too, maybe.
Yeah,
All being up there.
if you catch the ball a little too thick, yeah, you get it perfect. Sometimes you catch that 3-ball a little too thick, it'll just hang up in the pocket.
Right.
All the viewers out there, hope you guys are liking these camera angles we got for you. We have 22 angles for today.
Tony, on that last shot, you like maybe sending the cue ball behind the 12? Like, just...
I would have, yeah.
Yeah. Sending it the way he did, but just send the cue ball a little bit farther.
Seems like Rudy just sells out.
Yeah. He's not getting
He's getting up a few too many shots to have a shot.
Yeah, it's like
Oscar's going to keep missing balls.
Right. It's like he's not getting enough draw out of those shots.
Right. Well, he's in a little bit of a predicament where he's got to come off this ball, I think. Unless he shoots the 7. He might have to shoot the 7 at this point. Because otherwise the shape might be a little bit harder.
Tony, you have a few viewers asking about how to get a hold of some game tight gear. If you want to plug anything else in, feel free.
Yeah, if you like any game tight gear, anytime on my Facebook page, just send me a message through Messenger, and I can take an order. I have a little bit of stuff remaining, not much. I'm about to order some more, but I always make posts showing the pictures of the stuff that is available and stuff. So if you ever want to get some game tight stuff, just send me a message. Also, if you like high-end cues or anything like that, I do have my own raffle page on Facebook too, and also do sell merchandise like cues, cases, all kinds of different things. Just if you ever need anything, just send me a message. Pretty much a one-stop shop.
Right on.
Looks like you're just gonna try to play safe, just kind of pushing balls a little bit. They've had quite a few shots, I can tell you that much, this game.
Yeah. There's a lot of opportunities missed and a lot of opportunities given.
Yeah.
I feel like there are more mistakes in this first game in this match than probably all together in the last match.
Right.
I mean, I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but it just seems like there's a quicker rate of
they-
mistakes here.
Oh,
That was another one.
yeah. I don't think you can give up too many ball in hands and get away with it. Not in this spot.
Yeah, Rudy needs to wake up. Oscar gave him a 2-ball spot, and the amount that he scratched, and Rudy's just giving right back. Rudy's at 0, by the way.
Somebody else has got one more, right?
There's
I think there's only 13 on the table. I think. Or no, I'm looking at it wrong. 14.
Yeah, the 3 and 11 are on the spot.
Yeah.
So there's 14 on the table. Oscar now has 2.
So Oscar, when
13.
he shoots this, he's gonna probably try to use a lot of force follow and run into the 1 and hope it pushes some balls open.
Yeah, he can possibly hit the.
There
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
He hit a lot higher than I thought he could. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he might.
He might try to shoot the 1 into the 13, which is the ball right above the 9, and kind of just scoot the cue ball a little bit to the left behind those 2 balls, I think. Nope. He went another route. Wasn't a bad shot, but honestly, I think it opened up the balls for Rudy instead.
Yeah.
So right here, Rudy should be shooting the 5 ball and drawing his cue ball straight to the side rail and just kind of leaving it there.
Yeah.
So he did, but
Hey, it works out.
Yeah, but he didn't have no twist on it. The twist alone would have done the job.
Yeah, and brought it towards the pocket instead of just straight up the middle of the table.
Yep.
Oh, another scratch. Wow. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see the old school players play each other with Al and Jerry. Looks like they're already playing on table 2.
Jerry.
Yeah, I love Jerry too. He beat me in the 9-ball tournament and then asked me for the 7. That's too much, man.
Looks like Rudy's running the balls a little bit better.
How many did he make?
I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. This should be 3 right there. Because now there's 10 balls on the table. You like maybe bumping that 8 instead of stunning it over?
I would have probably ran into the 8 a little bit.
Because you still glance off. You maybe bump the 11 when you come off the 8, but I think it just opens up those balls.
Yeah. He came a little short there. Now, for me, I might take free bank on the 8 and just draw the cue ball straight back and just play to make the 8 and not worry about the next shot. Because the angle's right. So long as you keep the cue ball straight back down, you hit it hard enough to where if you miss it, the 8 goes back up table.
He hit it pretty good.
But see, he
Oh,
didn't.
he made it. I didn't think he made it.
I didn't think so either. Thought I was gonna go a little bit faster than that.
But you were talking about leaving the cue ball closer to the rail.
Yeah, so that way you don't give up no shot.
Yeah.
See, like this shot, I don't like because he didn't hit it hard enough for that ball to go back up table if he misses. He hit it good, but
either you have to have it there or it has to go all the way up table,
right,
back up table.
Look at Oscar's heart rate.
Wow.
That's good.
I don't blame him. You know, he knows how good Rudy plays, and he's making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's thinking too, is like, would I just give him this ball right here or try to take it out? I'm amazed at how people can take some balls out of these pockets on a
Rudy to break.
How do you like that break, Tony?
Yeah, he's in a. That's a pretty good break right there. The only shot that he's got is to just run off the. Just play the cue ball. I don't like this. Oh well, that didn't. I didn't think he had that angle to do all that. But that worked out. It worked out, and it worked against him because the ball tied up.
Yeah.
So now Rudy can just basically go off the 11. Actually, he don't even have to go off the ball. He can just bank the 5. He can just run off the 11 a little bit, or he can just leave Oscar in the stack.
Watch it.
He's got scratchitis.
Yeah. They both do.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's just funny too how, you know, one ball can change everything. You know, the shot that Oscar played, he left the cue ball in the middle of the stack. Had the 9 ball just been left out in the open, you know, Rudy can't even shoot the shot that he attempted to.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then the whole game changes. Like your whole strategy has to change. Yeah, I like Rudy on that shot. He does that so well.
Rudy's going to probably try to thin off and put him behind those balls, I think. Well, that's another way of going at it, I guess. I didn't think he could do that. Definitely didn't think he could do that.
It's a little touchy shot. Rail first.
Let's see. I don't like that. I would have just tried to. Well, he must not be able to have the right angle to move him.
I think maybe there, instead of, glancing off the 2 and then putting the cue ball back where, Oscar previously left him, that maybe it sends the 2 ball closer to the pocket. That's why he chose to go into the other 2 balls and bring the cue ball on the other side, and maybe try to bump the 13, away from the pocket and towards the 2. So I'm thinking his thought process was there. But overall, it didn't work out for him because now all 3 are next to the pocket.
Right.
All right, guys, in the comments, if you're liking this heart rate monitor as much as me, let's see some likes. Let's see some shares.
I didn't see how you can get all those out of there. And the double kiss, the 2 ball double kiss something and just stayed right there.
He's going to get to shoot the 5. I like playing 2 rails back to the top of all those balls. Which one's Rudy's hole?
Right by the 2. By the 2.
Okay. I was thinking he's going the other way. How did Oscar leave that shot then?
There was 3 balls near the hole, and he tried to take them out. And the 2 ball just double kissed something and stayed right there.
And then he didn't even get shape for the next ball. Huh. Both laying it down for action wise.
Yeah, they're what's it called?
It's not their best performances.
Yeah, they're throwing out the bait, trying to get some kind of action going here, because this is not how they usually play. They both play very solid, and scratches are just unheard of. He almost did it again. That's okay. They're just dialing in here. They're just trying to, find the closest part of the rail to the pocket without actually scratching. It's kind of a free bank on this too, as long as you control your cue ball. I don't know. I don't know if you can see enough of the 7. Not at all.
I think he's just trying to tie some balls up on Rudy's side.
In judgment how soft Rudy's banking these 2 railers, I'm guessing he's trying to just tie all that stuff up as well. This is where things are going to start to get interesting, because Oscar has advantages to everything. He's just an overall better player. But I wonder if Rudy's thinking that he has a better chance, that all the tables are up table, or all the balls are up table, excuse me. And, just like playing that 6 ball shot, he has more things to hide behind, and he can play more like one ball at a time, just keeping one ball in play and maneuvering that around, just going back and forth with Oscar and challenging him that way.
Let's see. Oscar's just gonna try to run off and come back.
I like that. He put the cue ball in that first diamond to prevent. If Rudy's going to shoot the 6 at all, he would have to shoot it away from the pocket. So it's forcing him to shoot up table from the rail. Rudy was slowly chipping away at that cluster, and if had Oscar really froze Rudy against that 6 ball, he would have just stopped all that altogether. But knows that Rudy had to shoot away from all those balls. He can't try to bank anything towards his pocket anymore, or even bank it towards the cluster and open things up. He's forced to change his strategy, shoot something else.
A lot of tic-tac-toe right now.
Yeah. I think
like
Rudy
can just shoot the 5 here and then dribble to the back of the 6. Hopefully, I think he can keep the angle. No, I think he overcut that one. Yeah,
he overcut it. But it was.
I mean, the truth be told, like in this spot, this 5 where it's sitting at, I don't think he could take it out. I don't think there's any way to take it out. I think it's deep I think it's on the titty, but it's going to touch the other titty too.
Yeah.
See, that's what he's kind of doing exactly what he's doing. He's going for the shot instead because he knows he can't take it out.
That's nice.
Hopefully it doesn't go in.
Yeah. The 12 ball, it looked like it drifted away from the pocket a little bit. Like it turned into the other object ball that's over there. 6 ball.
Mm-hmm. It kind of just the ball in the bad spot where it's at.
Yeah, you can't make either one of them now.
I mean, he's gonna get the 5, obviously. I think so. Only downfall for Oscar's side.
I mean, could you go to the bottom rail and spin into the 5 right here? You can even do it softly. I would want to hit it a little bit more like a medium stroke, but
I mean, you could go. I think it's frozen though. That's the hard part. But honestly, he could just try to swipe at it across, which he kind of double kissed, just like how he just did.
Yeah,
might have got lucky.
Can't tell if that 5 is open. This is a question of the 4 ball. If the cue ball is a little bit lower, you have a 2 railer on the 8. Plays funny from this cue ball position.
Yeah, he's just rolling up on it.
Good hit.
Good shot.
some control there. I'm a little too worried scratching on that 3-ball. You catch it a little too thin or hit it a little too soft.
It's a good spot to do that bank just like that.
Hit that with a little outside English, I think, to kind of halt that cue ball right there. From that bank. Yeah.
I would shoot it with more, yeah. Well, you don't have to shoot it with outside. I mean, yeah, I would hit it with more angle, though, if you use outside English, because it's going to hold it. That was a good shot. I don't think he can see the 5.
No. He just got enough of that 1 to block it. Maybe not. I think it's pretty safe to say that Oscar would love to be on top of the 1 and 2 instead of right beside it. Yeah.
It's a good time to bank at this 12.
Yeah, I like that too.
Big pocket. And if you make it, you're going to get rewarded with a few balls. You're gonna get
You like just stunning it over? Or...
Yeah, I stunned it for the 9. But see, like he didn't, I don't think he hit it hard enough, did he? No.
No, just too soft.
Yeah, that one you can hold the line a little bit easier and hit it harder because you got such a huge pocket.
Yeah, when you hit it that soft too, it goes towards the side rail instead of straight at the pocket.
Right.
Catch a rail. Got it. So now I think that's 7-8 or wired.
Tony, looking at the layout of the table alone, who would you say is a favorite in this game at this point? Just by the ball layout.
Right now, I'd say Rudy is. And the reason being only because he's got that ball that's kind of wired in a way.
Like 7-8.
Yeah. Because there's nowhere on the table where he couldn't make the ball. Not saying, I mean, here in this spot, Oscar put him in a bad spot. So really, Rudy's kind of in a bad spot right now. But if Rudy can kick this ball and either make it or get somehow behind that ball, then he becomes the favorite.
Oh, and he's a make it.
And now he isn't. See?
Yeah. Man, he hit it really good too. Just, it's pretty unfortunate that didn't go in.
I don't really like what he's about to do here. It don't look like I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to get shape on the 14.
Well, if anything, he should come to this side of the table and shoot. I know what he's trying to do. See, I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Problem here is the pockets are too big. You cannot use the titties to. The titties are too big and will play dead. So you won't be able to get as much action off them.
Yeah, so the deep shelf and the pockets open up more than say like a Brunswick would, or the angle of the cut of the pockets are different too. So you know the fact that they're 4.5 inches and the angle opens up, if you hit the farther So if you were to hit the inside of the pocket, the closer you get to the point, the more it wants to send it away from actually going in. It just rattle right there, or maybe send it out of the pocket. Or the deeper that you shoot the ball into it, it just automatically sucks it up. But
Right.
when it comes to one pocket and you're hitting these, the ball
I
is
would have liked to have
softer.
seen him. I would have liked to have seen him come on the other side of the table, hit it off the top side of the ball, and try to run into the 6 or whatever. Anything would have been better than going the angle he went, because nothing good happen from that angle.
I see.
Let's just say he does do exactly what he wanted to do. Well, he doesn't have a shot still. You know what I mean? Because the ball would go up towards the rail on the right hand side. It wouldn't, and no ball would come open on his side.
Even this shot too. It's not a hanger on the 14, and you're automatically going towards those into that cluster, and you might even just make his ball instead.
So here I would try to jam his hole and just try to put it in a spot where it's not even close to. Yeah. See right there, he probably should have kind of nicked it to where the 8 kind of went to the rail, and that way he knew wasn't close to even where somebody could do anything to make it.
I think he did that. It looks like
No, but I mean, if you would have done it even more to where it jams in there, so that way even if he gets on that side of the table, the 3 can't be made into the 8 and push it closer to the hole. Like right here, the 3 can still push through the 7 to maybe make the 8. See, these are the little things that a lot of people will not think about because they're not thinking that far ahead. The scenarios change if you have different, spots you put a person in.
Yeah, and those little touchy shots where it'll change the game later on down the road. It plays a huge part in the decisions you make now, which is going to affect your opponent's decisions. That didn't really start to I didn't understand any of that until fairly recently, and I can get away with that a little bit because if I'm just playing some people around the room, not the better players, if I can outshoot them, then I can win a lot of games that way. But
right.
When I'm playing the better players, I'm going to have to understand that strategy and develop that part of the game where you don't see it in 9-ball. You never see that stuff in 10-ball or anything. It's
right.
You're both shooting at the same object balls here, where you tied up the 7 and 8 on Rudy's side, but now you still have the rest of the balls on the table you can shoot at. There's lots of options.
Right. No, one thing, Oscar's going to need to win this game.
Oh, yeah, to have a shot. And it's Oscar's break next. That's not going to work out too well for Rudy. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword on, kicking that ball the way Rudy did, because you can't just leave those balls there, and if you do, they're eventually going to get moved out.
Oscar's in a little bit of a predicament.
Yeah, you can't. Ideally, you would like to just bank the 8-ball out of there and hold the cue ball there or something, but you can't even see it. Yeah.
So right now, Oscar's just gonna try to focus on. This is what I was gonna say. You can roll off the 3 into the backside of the 1-2.
Yeah.
Exactly what he's doing.
Yep. I didn't even see it until I saw him getting down on the 3.
Mm-hmm.
I like to point out that they're doing these little touchy shots, and you notice the really small touch that Oscar just hit. Little tip for players struggling with that: the shorter your bridge, the easier it is to hit it soft.
Right. Rudy will try to just thin off and go by the corner up there. Yep.
Such a tough spot. I mean, the only thing I can see, maybe just come off the side of the 1 and tuck underneath the 3.
So another like decent shot maybe here is maybe just go run the cue ball just barely off the 2 and just
Okay.
kind of leave on the side of the 7, backside of the 7
All
for
right.
now. And it really just is buying him another shot, more or less.
You're not worried that maybe you go a little bit too far, you leave the bank on the 15 to the 8?
Well, I think at this point he doesn't really have too much choices, really.
Okay.
What did you guys think of that shot? I mean, he just
That
strategically
wasn't
moved
a bad
3 balls
shot.
out.
It wasn't bad, but I mean the balls go to Rudy's hole if he's willing to shoot.
Okay. Okay.
So like
Yeah.
right here, Rudy's supposed to shoot at the 12 ball and just kind of stun the cue ball between. I think you can see the 12. I'm almost sure of it. And he's got such yeah. So and he should stun right in between the 1 and the whatever ball that is below. The 1 and the 14 or 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
Combo
I didn't really
instead.
see. I didn't really like that. It wasn't a bad shot. I just not. I think he would have. I think you got to be willing to commit to a ball like the 12, especially with the 8 right there. It's hard to miss unless you hit the other side of the rail. And the worst thing for Oscar is I don't think he can get the cue ball and the 8 out of the way, even if he tries to make the 14.
Yeah, because not from this position. I mean, you're just going to. 8 ball's going nowhere if you hit it straight on. And if you try to.
Well, there's not even a way for him to throw it up or nothing.
Yeah. There's a chance of a double kiss if you hit the side of it, or it's just not going to move.
Yeah, he's only got one choice: is either shoot at the 4, or he's gonna have. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at the 4 at this point. It's kind of the bad thing about having the bigger pockets because I didn't like that. Yeah, he might be okay, but I mean, he can make the 8-12. All he's got to do is. I'm almost sure of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, which ball do I want to hit? Do I want to hit the 6 or the 7 next after I come off of this 8 ball?
Wow.
Oh, man, you didn't even hit it. Surprising. Maybe
that was
just
a little unfortunate. I think he hit it a little fatter than he thought.
Yeah. Because there was a little bit of a gap there. It wasn't guaranteed you had to hit the 8-ball thin.
No, exactly. I think Oscar should be able to run the balls here.
Yeah, I've seen him run worse.
Right.
Hey, J Miles, that is Spence on the next table. I don't know who Bryce is, but that for sure is Spencer.
Yeah, that's Bryce playing him, actually. He was on the stream table last night playing, I believe, Jerry.
Oh, okay. I must have missed that match.
He's from the Bay Area.
Now he should run the 7 and maybe come across to come to the 12 or the 15. I'd probably just draw out and try to come anywhere close to the 9. I didn't like coming to the 2. You got to make sure you get right in between. He's got a little bit of a stiffer where he's got to kind of jack up over the 9, I think.
Jack up over the 9, and you got to hit this 1-ball thin.
Yeah.
That is tough.
See, if Oscar just used his 9-ball stroke when shooting balls like this, he would never miss them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's just the truth, you know. That's why most people, when they shoot, they're either shooting one way or the other, but they use a different stroke or whatnot. So sometimes if they just use the same stroke or whatnot, they'd be fine.
Yeah, just forget about the cue ball a little bit and just make the ball stay at the table. Yeah, that was a huge mistake by Rudy. It didn't, I guess he just took the 8-ball 14 combo for granted and, didn't take enough time to look at it, make sure that the 14 went in.
Mm-hmm.
Because this score could have been flipped around the other way had Rudy made that ball.
You can see how the pockets kind of change, whether or not somebody will shoot or not.
Right.
He's going to try shooting this and trying to jam into the 14.
Jermaine, I think he's still playing this tournament. If he's still hanging in there, he has a table with 4-inch pockets and is the parallel cut rails inside.
It's a diamond.
And it's Brunswick 3 or 4, or Gold Crown 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And a shot like that Oscar, that ball comes out. You can get that ball out of there.
Yeah, yeah. On Gold Crowns, it's a lot easier to take balls out.
Yeah.
Diamonds is fine so long as it's 4 and an 8 is easy. 4 and a quarter is okay. It's a lot harder when it's 4 and a half. The titties just stick out a little too much.
Yeah.
These are blue labels, right? Or are they red?
He's only looking for blue labels.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if it's red, then it's different too.
There's a few pool rooms that have unfortunately gone under, and they have diamonds in their rooms. And I was talking to Oscar, maybe look into buying one of those diamonds, and they're all red label apparently, so he doesn't want to touch those.
Really? Red labels, I think, are a little bit cheaper, and that's why people try to go for that.
Yeah. But it's not the tournament, like world standard conditions that he's looking for.
How
The
do the
good thing
rails?
about his 4.5 is, even though they're 4.5, they still do play a little bit tough.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
How do the rails play different on the red label versus blue?
Yeah.
Tony would probably have more knowledge on that than I do.
No, they do. Banks come different. Banks come short, I believe, in the red label. There's no give.
The only red labels I've played on are the really old diamonds, with the, I don't even know what kind of wood they're made out of, but they're kind of like yellow, like a goldish brown color.
What's that?
The diamonds, the really old red label diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
You know which ones I'm talking about? That's the only ones that I've ever played on.
Those bank really short.
Yeah, and most of the time, the pockets are a lot bigger. The tables that I've played on, or it's just obviously they're just earlier models of diamonds, and I don't know if they still make those types, but the ones that I'm used to playing on are these Pro-Am diamonds.
So he'll use a lot of high right there. He hit it good too.
Almost made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like busting into those? No, just avoiding it. Okay.
Yeah, he was just avoiding, just to make sure they didn't sell out, just in case he did miss. So Rudy will probably try to just thin off the 12 and just kind of cover it up and put the cue ball to the side rail and back to the top rail. That's not bad, not great. So he's got a shot here where he can bank the 3, spin the cue ball from the bottom rail back into the 8.
The 8, yeah.
Yep.
Gotta like it.
Yep.
It's a pretty free shot.
Yeah. As long as you play the cue ball, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Oscar likes doing one pocket drill, and believe it or not, I've seen him get shape on the 8 during those drills, and I was thinking to myself, how the hell are you going to run out from here? And playing those positions and those tight positions like that. I understand why you wouldn't do it here. Just it's a different scenario, but to be able to do that and play speed control to that high standard. Is there a way we can get an update on Al and Jerry's match? The scores?
Yeah, we'll pull that up right now and let you know. And everyone at home, digitalpool.com has the updated live bracket. Go to digitalpool.com, click on tournaments, select Lil Al One Pocket event, and then click brackets. And that match
1-0, but I'm not sure who it is.
1-0 in that match. We're not sure who's up at this point. We'll let you know. Looks like they have a lot of balls left in the second rack over there.
Yeah, they just started. I just saw Al racking up. Trying to check the brackets, but my connection is a little slow.
Just cross them to keep them tucked underneath. We're gonna get a free bank there.
Thanks. Got a free bank and another ball down table. Keeps that in play. This is a part of the game that I think I learned the most. You know, my opponent has one ball left. You know, all the pressure's on me to try to get back into the game. But at the same time, the pressure's still on Oscar to close out. And I've seen some pretty incredible comebacks from this position that Rudy's in. And it's always just interesting to me to see how they manipulate the balls left on the table to make that comeback possible. All balls were up table previously, and now he has three of them down table. Oscar has a tester right here. Even the pros miss sometimes. Straight in bank. It's a nice shot.
He's got to shoot at the ball because he gets a free chance to make both balls. So he hit it to the high side. But, I mean, I think it's more or less a keeper anyways at this point.
I mean, right here, I think Rudy makes his ball and then tries to follow in Oscar's. That's... So nobody really lost anything there.
Right.
So he's going to go for the shot. The 13 in the corner and bank the 9-ball 2 rails.
Wow.
And he made the 2-railer. A shot.
What a shot.
That's a bit unfortunate. He came back and kissed it.
A good little shot here. Not that most people will shoot it, but like I would shoot the cue ball off the 15, make the 8.
No, he's looking at his hole right now.
Oh, but
Yeah. He's shooting towards his hole.
well, Rudy's gonna have to buy time, so he's gonna just shoot the 15 ball, probably 2 rails towards his side of the table. Not really trying to make it, and then just play the cue ball kind of like that. We kind of left him a chance to shoot the 15 towards his hole now. So you shoot the 15 kind of hard into the bottom side of the 8, and the cue ball into the 14.
Oh, I
And the
see.
cue ball will stay there, but you're trying to get the action off the ball that you're banking into the 8 to maybe possibly make it.
Yeah, and even if coming off the 8-ball, the 8-ball goes towards the 7 and was it the 7 and 13 and
See, all the balls go towards the hole.
Okay.
But he's kind of going to get a chance to get out of this kind of easy because no ball kind of sat on the bottom rail.
Yeah, you just stay lower than the rest of those. I mean, you can use the 13 or the 7, or probably the best choice is the 14. As long as you stay below these. Okay. Do you like the bank? The 13 towards the 14? And move the 7? Or
It's kind of more or less he's just trying to push balls, not really trying to bank it towards the hole. He's just kind of pushing balls and moving them.
Okay, so banking a 7 into the stack like that is a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
At 1, you have a little bit more cue ball control. You had absolute control over his cue ball there. And you're also moving balls to your side.
Yeah.
That's a part of the game that I'm trying to develop, because I've always been thinking like one ball at a time, and just trying to protect my side, trying to leave my opponent tough, trying to make him make mistakes and stuff. But to be a little bit more aggressive and planning shots ahead of time, or just trying to open more balls that go towards my side and creating a stronger front. I think that's where I need to develop, at least in this game. That was a nice little shot. Tied up a couple.
No, good. So Rudy's just going to try to use high left-hand English and come off the 9 to the side rail and back underneath the 12, 14.
Okay, yeah.
So the 9's probably going to hit the 14 with the angle because you're not overcutting it. I don't really like this shot because the 10 does go towards Oscar's hole. Yeah, it's not a very good shot. Now he's got a free shot to his hole and he gets to come to the other side of the balls.
Yeah. He's banking instead. Oh, it's going to cost him another scratch. Start this again.
Tougher shot though.
Yeah, shooting the 4 and then automatically going into the 12, but if you catch the top side, you can scratch. So if he hit it thin enough to pocket it, he's not hitting the 9 ball, he's hitting the 12 instead. You ever played Oscar, Tony? For any big money?
No, we never played. We've never played.
Hey, that's not going to work either.
Just a quick shout out to Nick. Nick, thank you for your donation, sir. We appreciate that. And you're certainly in the running for this $1,200 custom Jacoby Q. In just a few hours, we're going to be spinning the wheel for that. We'll talk about that a little more later.
It's looking really good for Rudy now.
Yeah, he should be able to focus on making one of these balls coming back between the 3 and the 7 to maybe make 3 next.
Yeah.
On.
A little funny angle here. I think he just draw back. Okay. I thought he had the opposite, going away from these 2 balls here. Ooh, that's his out ball right there. 7 to -1. So Oscar's got to get all the way out.
So that's number 8 for Rudy hanging in the pocket.
Yes, that would be. Yeah, that's he's at 7. Again, Oscar's heart rate is just jumped up, skyrocket. He was hanging around like 120, 130 for a little while, and then as soon as Rudy hung that ball, all of a sudden it's 150. That's one of the cool things about this heart rate monitor. Like you can see it's you know the fact that the pressure's on is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, you get to see people potentially play a lot better because of it. You know, they know they have to come with the shot.
Oscar just fired the cue ball across the table. Mission accomplished. It's one way to get it off the table.
So how many did he make? He made 3, so he should be at 1 now. And he should be spotting 3 balls. He owes balls. He owes 1 more.
Yep, he's putting it up now.
Yeah.
Good call. Just a quick time to thank Tony Chohan for being a part of this and Aaron Remijio. It's good to have you both in here. And Tony, thank you so much for taking your time as well, sir.
No problem.
And you know me, Aaron. I'm glad to be here. I have a lot of fun doing this.
He's not really shooting the right shots. Shot selection like that there. Like he could have. I don't know. There's a lot of more other things he could have done besides that, for sure.
Yeah,
It seems like he just gave this game away. Didn't give the game away because obviously he's up, but still. You let Oscar creep back into it. Oscar got a little bit too straight here. I think he can still yank it straight back. He wants to get back to the same spot, maybe a little bit higher so he can run into those balls, but nope. I think he still can.
Yeah.
I think he could punch it right into the 2.
I think he wanted maybe just an inch or 2 lower than this and just naturally run into it instead of having to punch the shot. Yeah, it's so tough to do if you don't have the correct angle.
Just kind of bank this one with a little bit of pocket speed.
That's in.
This is a good spot to bank the 8 into the 2 and the 5. Maybe even try to hit to the back side of the 2 and the 5.
Oh, yeah. Like pinch it between the rails and just have the 8 ball drift towards the pocket. A little harder.
Yeah, it would have been better to just be able to at least hit it hard enough.
I know. You like crossing the 5?
Yeah, it's not bad, but the thing is the 8 deuce still does go, kind of, you know. So ooh.
Oh no.
There goes the game.
Tony, you think he's out here?
Quite possibly.
Oh, he certainly make. Oh, well, maybe not so certain. I was about to say he can certainly make the 5 and 4. Given his skill level. But
Look at Rudy. Look at Rudy. Look at where he's lined up either way.
It's the 2 and 8 are still. It's.
Look at this. He's going for the bank.
Oh wow, he is.
The thing is, he loses the game. He misses this. He loses the game if he misses.
Wow, but he can also win the game too. So, oh wow, what a do or die moment there. Comes with it. There it is.
Get your donations in, guys.
Well,
Annalise would like to know what the Jacoby weighs. Do we have that number? Annalise, give us just a moment. We'll try to find that out for you.
I would guess probably a 19, somewhere in that range. It's pretty standard on it.
Tournament director Brian just informed us there are 25 players left in this tournament for today. Started at 66.
this was a 2-day tournament, right?
2-day, yeah.
2 days, yeah. Still a lot of pool left. There goes another foul. Oh my goodness. Maybe that 12 ball goes. If it's a 12 ball banks, you can make this 13, bank the 12, and possibly get shape on the 1 or something.
Annalise, the Jacoby Q weighs 19 ounces. The shaft diameter is 12.75, and it's a radial pin.
That is a nice looking Jacoby. Been debating on whether or not I should get into this raffle.
I'll tell you what, your odds are better to win this cue than to win a $20 lottery scratcher ticket
Yeah.
by about 10 times. No, I'm serious. That's just the real numbers.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of that turquoise as well. Some of you from the pool room might know Bob Polson. He just recently bought a couple of Joss cues. He's playing with one. He bought a sister one, but the one that he bought for his sister has pink turquoise, which I never heard of. I don't know if it's like a natural stone or if it's possibly dyed in some way, but I was pretty astonished in the color of pink that it's like a hot pink, but the color is so true that it's it was just a nice little combo. I'm a huge fan of turquoise, and also to see that other color was a sight to see as well. I don't know, has anybody in the comments ever heard of pink turquoise?
That's probably just died, you know. Talking about on the queue, right?
Yeah.
Probably died.
This particular Jacoby cue is signed. It's Coca-Cola, 4 points, mother of pearl inlay, black leather grip, and real turquoise inlay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's no good. He was about to take the lead.
It's just a rare miss. It's a rare miss for Oscar.
This could cost him the match. Oh, that's a bit of a bad roll there. Oh, man. He's probably thinking to himself, anything but that.
Rudy's hold on this side, right?
Yeah, the side that he's standing on now.
Oh, the side he's standing on?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see the 6 then, huh?
No.
I would bank the 11. I don't know why he's not. Just kind of like use a little bit of low left-hand English and draw to the side rail and a little bit out. Because you're not really selling nothing out because the 6 and the 9 don't really go. Still a combo.
Oscar's hole's by the 4.
Oh, that's what I meant. That's okay. So then I would kick the 4 in, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what he's looking at.
I thought you meant the other way around. I was like, what?
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm multitasking. I'm not so sure you could take. See, that's what's crazy because it's really you're playing different one pocket because the pockets are a little bit bigger, so you can't take nothing out. You know, that's why the shot selection's a lot different.
I mean, normally he'd probably just shoot the 4 out of there.
Right, but because the pockets are so big, you can't even shoot the 4 out. It's not really an option.
Man.
Shit, Oscar might lose this match. Well, I say that the guy.
You know, yeah. The last time I said certainly, of course, it didn't work out for me either. It's a commentator's curse. Can't say anything definitive, you know.
Right.
This is coming up on almost 2 hours for this match as well. We're at 2-1. Racing to 3.
I mean, with that amount of players left, I would imagine I haven't looked at the brackets, but there's probably at least 5 rounds worth of play left. If you're thinking about the winner side and the loser side, there's 25 players. You're not going to have 25 matches, but especially when you start getting down to the end, you're waiting on matches so you can start another match. And if every match takes about 2 hours, then I would think you're going to be here past midnight.
That was a good cut. So to me right here, I bank the 7, play the cue ball straight around to that side rail, to the back rail, out towards the other side. But that's the easier shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I like your shot where you're banking the
It's
7
usually
between
very
those
high.
2 stripes. Yeah.
Nothing can go wrong. So, and you get to put a ball by your hole.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, as long as you don't move the 13, you got to make sure not to touch it.
Right.
Six. Is there a 3? No, there's no 3.
So this was Rudy's break, I believe.
Yeah, I believe Rudy was in. But
And if Oscar
game.
Yeah, if Oscar happens to win this game, then he's going to have the break hill. And that could be really dangerous for Rudy. Rudy has to understand that he cannot make any more mistakes. He
He's gonna
has
have
to
to use
close
a
this
little
out.
bit of a low right hand English. If you use a lot of low right, kill it so you can duck underneath that double.
What a shot.
Game. If he makes this straight in ball. Focus on just making it.
Oh my
I wouldn't have
goodness.
slow rolled it.
Yeah.
Slow roll is how you have a chance to miss it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hit it like he did. I like to smooth that ball in, but not slow roll it. You're not to the point where you're like overtly just stunning the ball, because you can also miss it that way if you just miss hit it, but like smoothly stopping that object ball or the cue ball. Excuse me. tend to overthink things here. Man, maybe there's a 2-railer there, but it looks like the cue ball kind of gets in the way.
Uh-oh.
And that's the thing I'm worried about right there, is hitting it too hard. Oscar's got it like this. I've seen him shoot this shot a bunch. It's kind of a full hit on the 11, and just stun it, float it right over to shoot the 10 next.
Yeah. But still a touchy shot. He's got to make sure, you know. It's kind of tough because, you can only give up one shot. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was to just cross the 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, as good as he shoots, I almost think you have to shoot the 11 and just kind of float over.
Oscar's heart rate
take
at 155.
Yeah,
that's like a regular pace jog for a sustained period of time. That's real. That's a real number.
But I knew it was going to drop about 20, 30 beats as soon as he shot the other way.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm not going to lie. Now, if I'm Rudy, I might just him needing one. I might just shoot this ball towards my hole. That was actually the smart play. I didn't think he would shoot just to move a ball.
Yeah, I don't think he can give Oscar any opportunity at all. He just, if he has a free bank or something, Rudy might shoot at it. But other than that, I don't think he wants to. He doesn't want to have to do anything that might compromise his win.
Right.
His potential to win, at least. Is it cross it with a lot of outside? Yeah, I like
that shot, but I don't like it because the side pocket comes into play so high and the corner pocket, so it's kind of like a two-way. If you're gonna shoot it, you got to kind of just. I guess it's better to probably come just right above the side pocket. I don't know, just hit it a little bit more thin, and then let the English do its work.
Yeah, you mean like come above
the side
pretty
pocket.
much, above the side pocket, so you're going towards those other two stripes.
Yeah.
Instead of towards the corner.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say, too. I like playing that.
See, this is another situation. This is tough to get out.
Yeah.
Because, once again, the pocket's a little bit too big, and it makes it hard.
I find myself, especially during the early parts of the match or the game, I would kick at it like that, but I'll kick it a little softer and just,
right.
If there's a bunch of balls on this side. Yeah.
Well, this is Rudy's favorite shot. He hits them pretty good every time.
Some low outside English and just float over to the.
Just kind of let the English do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And a little bit slower. If you use high, you're going to probably miss it or double kiss it.
Yeah. How it opens up like that, it's
yeah.
I wasn't used to that when I first started playing this game.
Just about the same position for another 2-rail attempt, perhaps.
The only problem is that the cue ball tends to get in the way. Is there 2-railer there, Tony?
Yes.
I gotta hit it harder than that.
Yeah, and plus the angle, he just kind of hit it at the same spot where it looked like it was going, so didn't help.
Can't really cross this one, and then I just send it 2 rails out. Cue ball on the bottom rail.
Hey,
And shooting the 5-railer.
Wow.
He might make it.
And he might have ginned it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
How'd he hit it? Wow.
Wow.
Okay. I just learned a new one. I'll hold on to that one for later. 5 rails. Okay.
Man, you just cannot count Oscar out. I mean, he gets the 1-2 punch and just stays on his feet.
Yeah, and Rudy's leaving the ball in the hole, and so they were tied at 6-6, and Oscar's had to shoot Rudy's ball in and send the cue ball off the table, and he's just losing balls now. And he's just Rudy's putting the pressure on and keeping it on him. He's being very patient at the same time. So Oscar has a lot of work to do. Yeah, it's kind of surreal too, because I've watched Oscar play many players, and he's kind of on tilt at the moment, and you usually don't see amateur players do that to him. No, and Oscar's by
Rudy
far.
should probably just cross this over to his side of the table, up table a little bit. But he just shooting him hard.
Oscar jumped on his feet instantly after that ball was hit.
Yeah, they can tell it wasn't going in. What I realized, if I'm going to shoot the 2-rail bank like that, I'm trying to hit that speed as well. I'm trying not to play pocket speed so much anymore, because I realize I just sell out every time.
Exactly.
Cross rail here.
Yeah. It's all out of Oscar's hands at this moment. Is whether or not Rudy can make this ball.
Well, the other thing is and depending on how he shoots this, I definitely wouldn't use high inside. unless he uses a lot of inside to get cross it all the way through, because otherwise take a chance on,
Okay.
you know, scratching with that ball up there. See how close the ball's where it's at, and then it's how hard it is to take it out.
Yeah. Usually, I think the 3 ball goes a bit longer than that, and must have hit the point or really close to it, and it comes short.
Mm-hmm.
And he used a lot of force follow on that, so he probably compressed the rail a little bit more just so you can get.
But it's scary to have to use that, and then you might scratch too. You know, if you use it enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it loops around right back into the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you guys can correct me, but while we haven't seen Oscar play his best offensive game, it really feels like he's pretty on point defensively. What would you rate his defensive game for this game tonight? 8 out of 10?
I would leave that up to Tony.
I mean, I wouldn't say his defensive game's all the way been there, because he leaves a lot of shots still. You know, when you leave, that's the thing, when you're leaving a lot of cross banks or free this, free that, that's the thing. You know, when you're playing one pocket, you got to always remember, because it's all according to who you're playing too. You know, sometimes people just don't care because they feel like the person's not going to shoot or do anything to them, you know, if they do something wrong.
Yeah, I had to defer to Tony there, because I was going to say the same thing where, you know, Tony's been talking about Oscar leaving Rudy shots here and there. He's been scratching, especially the first rack, you know, was way too many scratches. But
like that was good right there.
Yeah.
Because he didn't leave no shot. There's no bank. There's no way for him to really come, you know, make an offensive shot here. Now he does have a free bank at the 15.
Oh, cross it.
Cross it, drag it with just a little bit of low inside, and you just kind of kill your cue ball once it hits the side rail.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's going to shoot it for some reason.
Oh, he's gone. He's looking at the 3-railer instead.
I mean, 3-railers ain't bad, but it's a lot harder. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. If you cross it, he's probably just concerned about hitting the 3.
Right. Well, what if you don't? What if you don't hit it good? Period. Though that was a good shot, though. It worked out. But he almost scratched, and he almost sold out the 11 too. And I think he might just shoot at the 11 anyways. Nope, he's kicking at the 15.
Uh-oh.
Oscar needs all 4 balls. Looks like he's going to get 1 at least.
I don't know how he feels about this. Cutting this ball, going 2 rails, possibly 3 above the 3 ball. You know, just knocking that 10 out of the way. And
so at this point, he should be playing shape to go 2, 3 rails to the back of the 10 or the 3. If he could touch one of those, because he should make this 9 out of 10 times. Well, instead he's just playing for 1 ball. Well, he's playing for that ball, and then he's just playing the bank.
Oh, wow.
Get that one good. I had a feeling he's going to come back and win this game after Rudy missed the other ball.
Yeah,
right here, just spin off the 3, bump off the 10, bring the cue ball on this side of the table. So now Rudy don't have a shot.
Yeah, this is how quickly things can change again, where Now Rudy's in a tough spot. He's got to earn this win now.
Yeah.
He had the opportunity, he missed it, and that's how it goes a lot of times. If you miss your out ball, then you can very easily lose the game because of that.
I mean, I play guys like Boosty and Dennis and Alex and these guys. Say I miss my game ball, well, I'm definitely not for sure to win that game now.
Mm-hmm. And in some ways, you have to get lucky to win that game after that.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to give you the opportunity.
Thing is,
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I don't know why you used outside English right there. You should have just cut it with a little bit of center and just kind of laid it up, because it's hard enough to get a big enough cut to even make it. So you're just playing positions of the balls.
You know what? His heart rate was like 156 beats per minute as he stroked that ball.
I bet, because he probably knew it was coming.
It's kind of a free shot for Rudy.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't like the way he shot that, and the reason being because you're bringing the scratch in to play. Whereas if he would have just used high and run into the bottom rail or run into the 10 on this side,
Right.
at least it comes out, and you got a better chance to make the ball.
You can't keep letting Oscar back in this match. You cannot do it.
Oscar will just use a lot of left-hand English and just kind of hit it kind of soft, but make sure you get a big enough cut on it to where it goes that way towards his hole. She hit it pretty much as good as he could have.
I'll tell you what, if Oscar...
Now, Rudy's in a little bit of a spot because he's in a spot where he's going to sell out something at this point. He's going to sell out a bank. With 2 balls being placed down there, it makes it a lot harder. So the only shot really Rudy's got right now is to 2-rail the 10 ball and kind of draw to the side a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And play for the cue ball, to not go off the side rail, just kind of kill it over to that side rail.
Yeah, you're just floating over there.
Yeah. You hit the 10 dead square with a lot of English and let the English do the work.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's going to try to soft roll. That's not a bad shot, what he just shot right there.
Yeah, the 3-railer. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't really think about that, honestly, to tell you the truth. I thought the 3 would have came into play a little more. Now Oscar's going to... Now, Rudy's probably going to cut at this 15 just because he needs one. And it's kind of one of them spots where I think he might just do it just because. Nope, looks like he's going to try to play safe. Smart man.
2 rails.
Not smart.
Yeah.
He went for the 2-railer. And now he's
shorting up a lot. Yeah, that's the bank that I was talking about. You sell out if you're shooting at the 2-railer.
If you're going to shoot that, why not just cut at the 15? At least if you come close, it's sitting over there. Instead, now you give a chance to lose the whole game. The match, for that matter.
I mean, you like shooting the bank right here? I think
No.
this is
No. I'm going to probably, it's not a bad shot, honestly, because it's bringing both balls, but it don't even look like he didn't hit it hard enough at all.
Yeah, I know.
So if I'm Rudy here, I'm definitely banking and I'm swinging the cue ball from the bottom rail into the bottom of the 3. Cue ball is the most important.
Yeah, again, it's like a free shot.
Yeah.
It's better to come short on this bank than going long to the short rail.
It's oh no, he shot the
Oh
other.
no.
Oh, that's
boy.
horrible.
Now he lost the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Knows it.
Yeah, he's supposed to shoot the 11.
Yeah, I think Rudy feels it. I mean, you can only see Oscar's heart rate, but I can only imagine what Rudy's might be.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar's is 152.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we saw it in the 80s for almost his entire match. These heart rate monitors, by the way, are the most accurate heart rate monitor on the market for these chest straps.
This is where you go deep into the corner pocket and kick bank it out. I don't know if you can cross it. He might be able to. Oh, wow.
Oh. That is no good. Oscar needs one.
Yep. The reason he scratched with that because he hit it soft instead of hitting it hard by crossing it.
I think my heart rate right now is about 140, guys. This is a good match. He keeps fighting back. How's everybody out there watching this feel? Let's see some likes. What do you think of this? This is pretty interesting. Let us know what you think. Bam. We're going hill. We're going hill, guys. Hill.
And Oscar's breaks.
Oscar breaks. Got Tony Chohan in the commentary with Aaron Remijio. We got action. The chest straps we use here are Polar, Polar. They are medical grade.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Tony, how did he break the balls? Is he still favored here? Look at all the balls on his side.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good break there because all the balls are open on his side, nothing on Rudy's. Rudy's going to have a tough time winning this game.
He's got a lot of balls between the stack and where he used to be. He's going for the 8. That's a high risk, high reward shot.
But not so risky because the 10 and the 14 aren't wired. But he had to make sure to get the 8 ball at least close to the pocket.
All of a sudden, Oscar wins that game to take it hill, and we see his heart rate at the lowest it's been in the last hour.
Yeah, no kidding, right? It's been like 130 just constantly.
It looks like he just sold out right there, I think.
Tell you what, that's not a good sign for Rudy.
Tell you the truth, like I believe Oscar will shoot at this 4 on this spot, I think. Nope. I'm wrong. He's going to bank the 8 and just kind of leave him over there and try to push balls, I guess.
Yeah, I don't blame him either because cutting the 4 and you're running into the pack, and you may get a shot at the 1 or anything after.
He could have hit it thin enough to where he could have came between the 9 and the 12.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. If you hit the side of the 12, then you're pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. You got a pretty good roll there. If I'm Oscar here, I might just kick to the bottom rail right in front of us and up table in between the 10 and the 9 and just leave him up there. I don't know if oh no, he can get past the ball. Okay. It's not bad, but I think now Rudy's gonna have to shoot the 8 into the 10. Oh, it looks like he's going a different route. And it looks like it might work out for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was trying to bank into the stack there, but either way, it's a decent result. Just moving balls to your side.
Now Rudy supposed to just bank this ball hard. Yep, just like that. Ooh,
Oh, you got a good roll with that 10.
Yeah. And now Oscar's in a bad spot.
Yeah, just like that. Took everything out.
Yep, Oscar's in a very bad spot now. See how that turned around because he wouldn't shoot a ball towards his hole when he had a chance, meaning the 4.
Mhm.
Just things change just that quick.
including his heart rate.
Oh, it just jumped up like 20 points. So the heart rate monitor, is that strap on like across your chest or like at a diagonal, or
It goes straight across your chest. The monitor sensors are right in your sternum, just below your breast line, and go across from
Okay.
center on each side about 4 inches across.
Okay. I guess Oscar's just wearing it underneath his shirt or something?
Yeah, it goes directly on your skin, and then we sanitize it between each player's use. We have 90%.
Oscar might have got a little bit of a good roll here. But if I'm Rudy, I'm going rail first and shooting this 10 ball.
Rail first to the 10, okay.
If he can see that rail. I think he can. He just has to masse a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I think he can. I thought he was almost frozen to the 4, but there's a good gap there. He might not have to masse it.
Yeah, I think he can see it.
Yeah, there's a lot of space.
I think he might actually just be able to see the ball. Can he? No. Rail, right?
Oh,
Yeah, nice shot. Just hold up a little bit.
Nope.
what a match.
See the Spencer shuffle in the background.
Not Spencer Ladden.
Mm-hmm.
The one and only is playing Francis Rita. Jerry Johnson's playing Lil Al next door. Roger's playing Philip Lee next to that. Got a lot of great players. Carl Wilson's back here. Some great players in this tournament.
Yeah, Carl's waiting on this match.
Gregory.
And Carl plays really sporty. The last big tournament that we had for One Pocket, oh, excuse me, not the last one, but the one at the end of the year last year. He, I forgot if he beat Oscar or he went heel and came down to like the last ball against Oscar.
We're about 2.5 hours into this match.
But Oscar is one of the favorites to win any one of these tournaments that he enters, and if Rudy can hold his own, that says a lot. He has a strong chance of going really far in this tournament. But he can't do what he did in the last rack. He has to make his out ball.
Good time to cross the 3 towards your side of the pop hole and put the cue ball back down under.
Yeah, underneath 8, or it's over there.
He's going to soft roll kick at this ball.
I don't like it. Yeah, no rail.
Now's a good time to bank at the 8, 1 rail, and swing the cue ball with straight high inside.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't, come off the 3 and then put the cue ball in the same place. It would have played a similar way. But at least you guarantee yourself there's no foul.
And that's why you don't shoot the shot Oscar just shot, because you just put yourself in a worse position. Like right here, Rudy can just put him right back in there. And there's not really much I don't think he's going to be able to do after that. So the next time he tickies him down there, I think he's going to end up selling out the 9.
Yeah, Brian, that's right. He almost beat John Schmidt that tournament as well. There was a little bit of a dispute in that match between Carl and John, but there was like a roll or something or a call that could have allowed Carl to win the match or something happened, but he had a chance to beat both champions in that same tournament. I think he ended up taking 3rd or something.
Got a good shot to shoot this bank and put the cue ball in the right spot. And he ginned it.
I think he's straight in on the 7 as well. I don't know if this combo goes, but
he might be a little scared to shoot. No.
Yeah, if he shoots the combo, he's just trying to get balls near his pocket.
Yeah, and this isn't a bad shot just to shoot it and pull the cue. Well, I wouldn't have done all that. No. Oh, it did go.
Oh, it goes. Wow.
I didn't think it went.
Rudy's starting to apply the pressure. Uh-oh.
Wow, why is such a big stroke?
Look what you did, Aaron. Look what you did.
I didn't understand why he didn't just make it and just take the hard shot on the 13.
Yeah. He was trying to get a stroke out, I guess, huh?
God, have it in and then you do
the
that.
momentum. I mean, my goodness, that was just. That's unfortunate for Rudy.
So he made 3, but he has to spot 2.
Do I have the score correct?
That should be correct.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
1 to -1.
Yeah. So he just spotted his second ball there. So there should be 14 still on the table.
got to just say here, I feel so fortunate that we have Oscar Dominguez here all the time. You know, he bought the pool hall, and every day we get to see just one of the great players play. It's so cool. So much talent.
And he doesn't even practice either. He just comes out and plays. When they call his name, he starts hitting balls. That's it. He was practicing a little bit, getting ready for Johnny in the 10-ball match. But other than that, you never see him hit balls. Unless he's actually in a match.
Do you see anything possible in this stack, Tony? Any potential to move?
So he's actually looking at his hole right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's anything really that goes other than the fact he's just gonna do exactly what he did and
Slow down.
Scratch. Now Rudy's just got a free bank at the 1. Just to try to push it over and just,
Yeah, you can move the 3.
I just cross it with a little bit of high right or high left. I mean, see, he's using opposite English, so that's why the cue ball went out a little bit. He got lucky though a little bit.
Oscar can see the 1. What would you do? Just try to cross bank the 1 back to your side? Move the cue ball up table?
I'm looking at the 2, glancing off the 2, and keeping the cue ball on Rudy's side, but I don't think you can accomplish too much with that.
Uh-oh.
It's like he was trying to take the 9 out, and it didn't work out.
It's the heart rate.
Here's a good spot to use high right hand English. Run it 3 rails around to the backside to come back around on the other side of the table. You can hit it to where if you can hit it just a little bit below the side pocket when coming in, it should be perfect to come around.
Oh, okay. Stay on the left.
I mean, the way he shot it, it wasn't like he was trying to play shape, really.
Is there anything there in the stack, the 2-5 going off the 8?
Oh, 15-8 looks pretty good as far as if he's just trying to shoot a shot to push some balls over, I guess. But, I mean, at this point, really, he would have been better off shooting some of the other stuff. So he shot that shot just trying to push the ball over.
It looks like they blocked him pretty well too, so he can't even attempt to take out that 5. If he can see any of that 5, it's so thin that he's going to scratch. This may not be the right shot. I'm just thinking hitting the bottom side of the 3 and tucking under the 5.
It won't be much of a tuck because the 5's not really.
Yeah, it's on the rail, and
Yeah.
I mean, but that's.
He might have got a little lucky though, because he got about as good as he probably could have as far as holding it. Now, if I'm Rudy, I'm gonna bank the 11, like with a little high right hand English, and just let it kind of run across, and kind of thick, so like that in a way. Hit it a little bit too thick and too hard.
Yeah. And that would have been a really nice shot had the cue ball stopped on the other side of that pack.
Mm-hmm.
Bart Mahoney's mentioning a good point. You know, your breathing, your deep breathing can really, really take your heart rate down and loosen up your muscles. Get your stroke smoother through deep breathing, relaxed breathing.
Might go off the 11. No. Now, if Rudy's got a free bank here, and when I say free, because all you have to do is focus on making this bank, and you're gonna get to pick up 3 more balls at least, and you sell nothing out, and you just draw it straight up a little bit. It's a little bit of twist, and that's it.
Oscar, or I'm sorry, Tony, regarding breathing, do you
That's a good shot.
practice conscious breathing when you're playing under pressure? Does that come into your mind at all as a way to relax and loosen up?
Not for me, but I mean,
Okay.
Kind of in a bad spot because of the way he's basically got to hope he can just make the 8 into the 13 and hope the 8 gets out of the way. I don't know what he's trying here. Let's see. Oh, that's not bad. But once again, he gets another free bank. So just focus on the bank. Don't worry about where the cue ball goes. Almost.
This is the winner's side of the One Pocket event here at Hard Times Billiards in Sacramento, California. I'm Aaron Taylor, Aaron's Pool Parlor. We are a streaming service bringing live billiard matches directly to you. Thank you for everybody for watching and for your support. We have Tony Chohan and Aaron Remijio commentating. If you guys are looking for some good pool clothing, Tony Chohan owns Game Tight. You can find him on Facebook. Help support him.
Appreciate it.
Tony, do you have the stream on another device, like on your phone, where you can see the chat?
I can try. I can do it off of. Let me see if I can look on Facebook or something.
Oh, just a few people had some comments for you. That
Let me see.
just keep the volume down because it will get the feedback over your mic.
Good point.
You said what?
The if you pull it up on your phone,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
Tony Chohan is not here in Sacramento, California. He is commentating remotely through technology we're using. He's in New Orleans, Louisiana.
wasn't a bad shot right there.
Thank you for sharing the stream. We appreciate that. Not familiar with the Temple of Pool page, but shout out to you. I'll have to check that out.
I didn't see many comments.
Yeah, a lot of them were earlier. I was just curious. And
Oh, I thought he was going to scratch again.
I just have to take another moment here since we have so many people watching. I want to thank everybody. Let you all know that we have only been streaming for about 10 and a half weeks. We have 22 camera angles. We're streaming in 4K. We have a radar gun on the table to clock break speeds. We have heart rate monitors that are voluntary for players to put on. And we are adding new technology and new dimensions and layers to our stream every week. With your donations and support, it helps us grow. We just purchased $1,100 in new audio equipment that's being delivered this week. New microphones. We're going to have a boom mic set up directly above the table when we're here and streaming at home. A lot of money goes into these 4K cameras we're streaming with. We have 4 4K cameras in play. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to be much bigger and have much better equipment than we already do in the next year. We're growing and growing and growing. I think I'm missing one ball on the table. Who just made the last ball, guys?
Rudy just banked the ball in.
5-1, thank you.
You missed that two-railer, Aaron. Rudy just made. It's like perfect pocket speed. The ball just dropped in.
So we're 5-1.
Good spot to just kind of cross the 10 and
Yes. Yeah.
get the cue ball straight up there and kind of, cover up a little bit. Hit it a little bit too hard.
Brandon Brown, thank you for sharing. Good to see you, my Salotto partner.
No, Rudy. No worries, Bart. Rudy gets plenty of action. Don't have to worry about that. Just want to shout out to my SoCal friends. There's a few people I noticed, like Omar, Chris Fangry, and a few other guys. I hope you're all doing well. Come on up to Sacramento. There's no pool in Southern California anymore.
Did Hard Times in LA close down?
Yeah, closed down for good this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a while, I spoke to a couple of friends who were telling me that they can go into Hard Times. It was closed, but they'll have like small tournaments or let people come in and hit some balls every now and then, maybe some action or something. But it's closed for good.
So sad.
Yeah, it is pretty sad. But I saw that coming. That the place was going to come. That was going to close up at some point. It was a rumor going around for years, almost like 10 years. This place that it was going to shut down. And over the last couple of years, it started to turn into something real. And there were few pool rooms in the LA area that were just shutting down, and at the same time,
I hate to say it, but I think there's some more that's going on. Might happen in the Bay Area.
yeah, I know some of it was because of COVID, but there's also other things going on as well. But
I know COVID mostly, but I mean, you can't really expect. I mean, honestly, like if it was me, I probably would have just said, you know what, I can't even do it no more. Like, are you going to continue to just keep paying these big bills and no business,
yeah,
Not to mention your own house payments or whatever else.
it's just a tough business right now. Where
Oh, for sure. It's always been a tough business period in general, but even tougher when you can't be open for business.
yeah, and then all the bills piling up on you it doesn't work out.
I mean, like
But,
anything in life, if you don't work two jobs, it's hard to keep any money anyways.
mm-hmm.
Or have some kind of a side hustle is what I should say.
Well, I don't think the rent was $25K at Hard Times, but it was pretty substantial. It
Yeah,
was a
plus
lot.
they didn't have hard liquor, or I don't even think they had a beer license, did they?
No, nothing. They couldn't do that because it was on the same block, and the parking lot was pretty much connected with
Church.
a convalescent home.
Oh.
So yeah, there's just even without the beer.
Like that. I mean, and you don't have no food really. You only had like a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, it's all like snacks and stuff. There was really
So
nothing.
really, how do you make money in there then besides just pool time?
Beats me because I worked there for a few years, and yeah, I had a pretty good idea. I worked there for a couple of years, like around 2007. Then I moved away. Then I came back for about, I don't know, like 6 months just to have something to do. And after that, I was done. But I think the last time I worked there was in 2011, and I was only for a couple of months, and then I left. But I had a pretty good idea for how much they were bringing in, and it was just enough to pay the workers. And eventually, it still wasn't enough. And there was a separate owner for the building. It was pretty much like one building for the entire block. Everything was just connected.
Right.
And I think it had one landlord, and the rent was just too much.
Yeah, that's tough. And what are they going to do with the building now?
I think the original landlord sold it to somebody, and it has a 91 freeway, and north of that freeway was pretty much downtown, and they have the court building and everything there. So they fixed that whole area, remodeled buildings. There were some restaurants on the south side of the freeway that moved over to the north side.
Mm-hmm.
all the buildings on the south side now are, I think, being sold or bought, and things are going to start renovating on that side as well. So I can only imagine they're probably going to tear it down, build something else on top of that, or maybe keep the bones of the building and just upgrade everything. Really not sure what they're going to do, but they happen to fit a small little Dunkin' Donuts spot on the corner. It's a little empty parking lot area. It was always just vacant. There was nothing there, and they just plopped a little Dunkin' Donuts there.
All right, guys, that's the match.
That is it. Wow.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching us here on our YouTube channel for Aaron's Pool Parlor. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and we'll be back soon with more great videos for you to enjoy. Until next time, thanks for joining us.